Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So this video is for everybody, but specifically Jimmy G. Had his Redcat apart. Can't figure out which is front, which is rear. Okay, so it's really not that difficult overall. Of course, I don't know how far he stripped it down, but generally, when you've got your ESC and everything set up in the truck, the way my truck is facing right now, this is my front end. Okay, so the ESC is towards the back on the left side. This is your right side of the truck. Okay, front, rear. Okay, now one thing I had mentioned in an email back through this Google Plus thing is to bring your battery wires so that they're relaxed across and drooping down. That's generally going to be the front end of your vehicle. Okay, that's one way to tell front from rear. Now if you were to feed these wires back the other way, of course that could mess you up too. But if you look at the way the red and the black are, that's the wrong direction to be facing. Okay, and your ESC needs to face this way and on the left side of the truck. And your power switch screws in right here where your receiver is. So all that, you know, right there has to be on that side. So when you bring the cable through, this is how mine is set up. And I can just grab and plug them in and away I go. And this tells me that my red is closest to the front of the truck. My black is towards the back of the truck. Now you pull the trigger and to go forward. And if you're going in reverse, either you put all this together the wrong way or you need to switch your servo wires. Now, given this is the only mounting set of holes for the power switch, this is the rear of the truck. Okay, definitely going to be the rear of the truck. Unless somehow when you put it all back together, this switch went the other way. Okay, which means your power switch would be over here. So, but this is the way that the RS10 is set up. Antenna wire, of course, is another indication. There's the one mounting hole only for the post piece. That faces to the rear of the vehicle. Okay, always. So that would be another indication. You pull the trigger to go forward and you're going in reverse. You need to switch your two servo wires around and you'll be driving normal again. And of course, make sure everything is set up just like this. So, for Jimmy, if you're taking a good look at this, I'm going to zoom in for you. And this is how things need to be set up inside on the RS10. And for anybody else that has stripped their RS10 down. Now, the one thing I always do, that I'm just going to add a little extra for you guys. Whenever I'm taking apart an RC, especially when I've never ever worked on before, like ever, I always take pictures. I take a fully assembled picture, I start to disassemble, take more pictures, more pictures, more pictures as I'm tearing things down, so that I know exactly how things go back together, right? So when I go to put it back together, it's just the reversal of the removal. Now, when it comes to screws, that can get a little tricky. Okay, you're going to want to lay the screw beside the part so that you know that screws with that part, and you know, try and have a large desk area. My desk right now is a disaster area. I got to clean it again. But generally I always have it cleaned up for the most part whenever I go to work on something that I have to lay out parts for. But I mean, your shock screws, you know, they're pretty much, you know, one standard length. These screws here, you keep them together with the parts, and it's going to make it a lot easier too for reassembly. And if something does get mixed up, then at least you've got your photos to look at and go, okay, that looks, yep, that looks to be the right size. You know, you'll definitely know if you put something in that's too long, because it's going to stick out too far, and if it's too short, it might not even grab, which is another thing. Hey, that went in too soon, too easy. So good indication there. But anyway, so that's to tell the front from the back, and you know, fully assembled. That's what it looks like, and like I said, pull the trigger. If it goes in reverse, and it should be going forward if you've got everything set up exactly like this. Okay, power switch, receiver, ESC, battery wire cable hanging out toward the front. This should be the front of your truck. if you got all this right. So, because if you go the opposite direction here, okay, you still, that power switch is facing the rear of the truck no matter what, because these are the only two screw holes in this plate for your power switch. So that is definitely an indicator that A, it is the left side of the vehicle, and this is exactly how it should be set up, and B, this is the rear of the truck. Okay, now I don't use my antenna thingy anymore because of the different bodies I'm using, so but if you had your antenna little tube in there, but like I said, even that's only drilled for the antenna tube on the whole part of the chassis, so that's kind of hard to mix up, but if you do, then you do. And so hopefully this helps out Jimmy, and hopefully everybody else too, that it's like, oh no, what do I do? And there you go, there's your answer. So anyways, real quick, sweet, to the point, have a great day. Thanks for watching.